All right, we're just getting set up for Metal Gear for the NES here. We do want to talk a couple of donation incentives, some bid wars that we got going on here. We still have an open bid war for Metal Gear Solid PC ending Save Meryl or Save Otacon. Otacon is trailing by a scant $19, so for $20 you can flip that. We also have the Silent Hill Blood color. Black is at $1, violet is at $10. So right now we got purple blood, but you can have any color you want as long as it's black, green, red, or violet. That bid war is also open at this time. I think I'm getting the signal that we're just about ready here. So I'm going to kick Eriphram for Metal Gear on the NES. Sorry for the delay, folks. We're going to send you over to Eriphram and Plywood for Metal Gear on the NES.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Glad to see everyone. I'm back again with another NES run. This time we've got Metal Gear on the NES, and I've got Plywood here with me, helping commentate as a fellow runner of the game.
That's right. Welcome to Metal Gear NES, the Ultra Games port for English, aka Konami.
Yep. Limited licensing, fun in the retro days. All right, we're gonna get started here. Timer will start as soon as we gain control. I'll give a countdown as we approach that, but we're gonna try and get past the quick menu here. And we start by parachuting in with 3 other folks, and we have no idea who they are and don't see them again. But going in 3, 2, 1, go. So you start off in the jungle sequence here, coming across a guard, and you get the I'm getting sleepy. And if you just hang out here for a second, the classic I feel asleep.
I feel asleep. I'm getting sleepy. All right, so those dogs look scary, but the reality is their hitboxes are the same as the guards, so it's pretty easy to actually avoid getting damaged by them.
The only thing that's really scary in this opening sequence is that little part where I took some damage there. If they decide to shoot really, really fast, they can really chip off your health fast with both contact and gun damage, which sucks.
Yeah, ideally, if you're going for PBs in this game, world record attempts, you don't want to take any damage in this first area if you can help it, because first part of this game is pretty tight on the life routing, potentially.
You can get some consistency out of it if you happen to start the game on the same frame roll. You are able to get a consistent RNG, and you can start expecting certain patterns to occur over and over again, which is nice when you start recognizing them. You can adapt a little bit and know how much damage you're going to typically walk out of the jungle section with. Here we're going to pick up the gas mask, which is mandatory for us to go through as a human player. Donius, who has worked on the tasks, you can pause buffer through the areas you would need a gas mask for, and you can skip it, and it's pretty cool.
But that is just not a realistic thing for a human player to do. It's way too precise and involved to get through a whole room. And it's not only just get through a room, you gotta get through a room twice. Actually, wait, you would go the opposite way on the task, right? So you'd only go through that room once? Yeah.
Right.
Anyways. But still not
real. You got the
real.
electric floors. Either way, it's something we're not doing.
Yeah.
I will admit, I have tried to do it a couple times for fun and was never successful, so there's that.
That was a close call, Eriphram.
Oh yeah. Speaking of a call, we're getting one right now. They'll tell you, oh yeah, this room's filled with gas. You need a gas mask. It's very helpful. By the time you even realize you're taking damage, you're probably dead.
Yep. This game can be a bit cruel, casually, and even in a speedrun, I would say this is a pretty friendly game to learn, as far as, when you're starting off, but if you're trying to really optimize this game, the luck factor gets pretty weird. Also, yeah, these guards are very blind and bad
We're
at
going
shooting.
to be abusing those sights throughout the entire run. You're going to see a fun walk on the way back.
Yeah, in the MSX version, they have this linear sight, but honestly, in the NES version, they might as well just have sights that are specific to each guard, because yeah, we just walked by a guard. He didn't see us. True stealth master.
I just imagine they have a squiggly line for line of sight.
I would
That's
just
the best
put
I can
a
make of it.
question mark on their sight lines. That's their sight lines. It's just a question mark.
Coming out of this room here, we're going to be going straight up. That will actually manipulate the guards to go to the bottom, and we don't have to worry about that and not get shot. I'm going to be very careful in menuing this time around, because this game is prone to what we like to call the double input, where you go to do a thing, it inputs it twice, and you use the wrong item, or you blow past the menu, and you're not able to use a ration and die.
It's really bad, because if you double input at the wrong time, you could easily die at certain points in the game, and there are some very important menus you have to do at certain segments, so...
You'll see there that I glided against the wall as soon as possible. That was to make sure any enemies that spawned on screen went down the left channel instead of into us. Nice little manipulation found by Jaguar King, I believe.
That's right.
Those of you that play the MSX version will realize there's something different here, and it's a breeze to walk through this room instead of having 4 guards shooting at you.
A very simple matter. A lot of things get simplified with the NES version, which is, well, you've run both versions. Do you feel like the NES version is overall an easier run, or the MSX version?
In any percent categories, I am going to say I think at this time MSX easy with the routing change there is probably easier now.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to this. Before that routing change, I would have said this is easier, but now have to go towards MSX any percent easy.
Okay, well, there you go.
Just for the fact, slight difference between the two is you can death abuse quite a lot in a different way than this game. You die 5 times in a row and it fills up your rations for you. So you can spend a lot less time farming things, and you can have up to 24 rations at 4 stars, which is awesome.
That's a lot of rations.
Yeah, it is.
That's like he's got food coming out of the wazoo on that one.
You see him walking out of the grocery store with just cans throughout the entire level.
This is carrying like 20 grocery bags filled with rations. He's just throwing them at guards. He's got so many of them. He's like, take this military ready to eat ration. You're going down. That ketchup is poison. Boom.
Have some hot sauce.
have some pepper flakes, huh? Boom. In the eye. You're under arrest.
Just get it over with. Unfortunately, this is one of the...
Slow.
And at this point, at a high level, you would reset because it was not quick. It's basically a coin flip on whether or not the guard will immediately talk or decides to sit there and check his phone.
It's the dumbest piece of RNG in this game, by the way. Like, why did they, like, for what purpose?
It's so stupid, and that's the point where at high level runs you start getting burned out real fast. You're at 6 minutes 30 seconds, and do we have a potential run? Yes or no? And odds are against you because you've got 2 coin flips there. So this part here is just plot. Metal Gear's bad. Go stop it. Go find this person that we're never going to find. I mash by moving D-pad left and right and hitting the A button for now. Basically, almost any button but pause will advance text for you when the text box is at the end ready to advance.
Oh, the shotgunner, the true defender of prisons. No one's ever escaped from here.
The estimate is so high because of the shotgunner. I'm really afraid of him. don't
Hey,
know if
that's
we're gonna do this or
reasonable.
not.
I mean, look at he's spraying sneeze particles at you with his gun. He's just sneezing a bunch.
Oh, that was
Oh.
tight.
He was so preoccupied. Shoutouts to Doobie the dog.
Nothing wrong there. Everything seems normal there.
Yep, that's right.
So, difference between this and the MSX version is normally you're in a giant maze in the bottom of the basement. This is one of the big simplifications that happens. You just go in a couple doors and you're done, and you're outside.
It's nice. Hey, be careful. If you reference the MSX version too many times, people on YouTube will get pissed off. You see the comments on your run where everyone's
have.
like, shut up about the MSX version, man. No one cares. We don't care about the comparison. Jeez.
And then about half of them have comments back, "It was nice. Starwin did a good job doing that."
That's right. Starwin, you did good, man. We had fun on that couch.
It's great. That Jen character though would not talk to me for the longest time. Alright, card 4. We have two bits of health left. Yes, bits, because that's what I'm referring to it for absolutely no reason. We're gonna try and navigate it without taking any more damage. If I do take one more, I may take a safety ration and take the time loss with it on this next floor here, because we're going to do a death warp.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
All right, can we get by the camera without it alerting? Not that it's a big deal. There we go. Nice and easy. Just walk a little bit away from the wall and you save a little bit of time. You feel asleep. All right. Laser maze is a little different. We just walk in here and rescue this guy.
It was a close call.
Oh, it's always a close call. They're all drama queens. Close call. This guy's going to give us a little more information that Dr. Petrovich is being held someplace else. And we're going to hear that a lot. It's almost like you're playing Mario Bros. You get to the location and... oh, no, you just missed him. He's in a different castle.
That's right. I am the machine gun kid. Don't try to go any farther.
Oh man, those wall of bullets are overpowered. But once again, we can use menu abuse to reset the room and not get shot, because I don't really want to absorb bullets at this point.
Yeah, menuing is absurdly broken in this game. Got a lot of
You don't like
different
what's going on?
fronts.
Reset the room. You want more rations? Reset the room. Yes, this was unintentional. Since we just got the 3 stars, it sets our warp point back to this elevator shaft, which is extremely convenient to keep going and move on to the rooftop, where we have to equip the BB suit.
So wait, is this a Death Stranding reference?
Oh yeah, Death Stranding, right in the beginning. It was foreshadowed here.
Man, Kojima thought of everything.
It all ties together.
It all ties together, folks. He's like, I'm gonna make a game 30 years from now, and you're gonna wear a suit with a BB strapped to it.
The Pixar theory, but for Metal Gear.
So yeah, using the transceiver there to spawn more grenades in. It's a very nice trick.
Saved you a couple seconds from having to walk in and out. Now at this point, I can't mash the A button any longer, which is what I use up until this point, because now I'll start firing grenades, and I need 10 of them.
That's why I equip the grenades so late, because I don't like the whole, oh, I could accidentally throw a grenade, because the grenade routing actually is fairly tight in this game. You don't want to waste them if you can help it. Otherwise, you're going to have to do some backups later on.
That was a little nerve-wracking. That first bridge, I did not like that setup.
Oh, the bridge. Yeah, if you fall from that bridge, folks, you're just dead. And that is not a fun trip. Here's all the jetpack guys not using their jetpacks.
And this isn't Dr. Petrovich. Oh no, he's just been moved to building number 2. Who would have known?
At
I'm
this
not
point,
amused.
Snake's like, oh, forget about it, man. I don't need to listen to this. I don't need to meet this doctor. I'm just gonna die. Right
So,
on his
at this
face,
point-
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that allows us to go to the first floor, and that's pretty convenient, so we don't have to take the trip back. There is actually a category in this game called Deathless that doesn't do the death abuse trick.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to because it's over at that point. You actually skip that last one we picked up there for in lieu of one in building number 2 to save time. And I'm trying to keep count while talking, and that's not really working out.
Yeah, just do your counting. So yeah, this is the last
that's
time
enough.
Eriphram is going to be farming rations, hopefully.
Hope so.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. The end of this run is really intense and scary, unlike this tank fight where we just equip a uniform and then walk through a tank.
I felt a little far away there, so I just did it again, just in case.
That's fair. Yeah, so the deal is that when you're walking into the tank, the hitbox, as I understand it, isn't active until a certain point. So if you just menu, it's going to reset to the initial position because this game is, well, it's just like, oh yeah, the boss is now back there now. And we could just skip the tank. We can't skip the bulldozer in the hallway. I'm glad this is also in the NES version. The porters definitely had a kick out of the hallway of death.
It's like they had to build the building around that bulldozer.
No, they assembled it in that hallway. It's like an IKEA bulldozer. Very confusing diagrams as well. It took a long time, but so that grenade throw was not incidental. That's actually a manipulation for the guards. Are you
Got
gonna
them
do
out of the
my
way.
roof strat here?
Well, we'll try.
Oh boy!
If I
here we
remember to equip
go.
the right key card.
I'm very proud of my small.
It is a
small
nice
team.
optimization.
Yeah.
All right, down along here, so that way the guys just walk right above us.
Very nice. Yeah, at this
And
point, we
tons of
want to avoid taking damage as much as possible.
This room, I like to try to do a little zigzag. Hopefully it throws them off and avoids some additional shots. This is a spot where you can take a lot of HP damage real fast because they shoot 4 times in a row and tackle you to the ground.
Those two
and-
guards are one of the most annoying in the game. And swim past the dark part and lose some HP, but that's okay.
Another intentional grenade throw coming up, and it worked this time. I think there's about a
Yay!
75% success rate on that
Yeah.
plywood. What you found there, it's another one of plywood's tricks.
Yeah, a little
Sometimes it
toss
just
there
works
to
down.
move the guard out of the way, but it's not a completely consistent thing, but it's a little bit faster than the alternative, so it's worth going for. And obviously I'm going to amp that up since I gotta take what I could get with this route. It's a very well optimized route at the end of the day at high level.
You're making me jealous. I gotta find something that contributes to this game other than just
Hey,
run it.
you did on the MSX version. That was huge.
Oh,
for
yeah.
100%, so there you go. It was some smart thinking. All right, we have the Arnolds coming up, folks.
And we're just going to take the safe route because I'm trying to just conserve HP because the game can get quite mean real fast. This guy tells us about a compass. Snake's not a Boy Scout. He don't need no compass.
Can't cross the desert without a compass. Then you say, sure I can. There's this thing called a truck.
What desert?
You leave the room. Yeah, what desert indeed.
You do see it
Never
in the
seen a
deathless
desert in my
category,
life.
though.
Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer's a snob.
Be careful. She's a snob. She probably won't answer you unless you are pretty classy.
Well, fortunately, that was enough to become classy. We are now 4-star character.
Nice.
And then we hang up on her.
That's a nice hotel to visit. This is Solid Snake. Respond, please. Click. This is just completely prank call her. She gets so annoyed that she opens up the door to the RPG. This game's great, by the way. People like to rag on this port in recent times just because the MSX version was the original version and has a little bit more going on. There's more rooms and stuff, but this version is still a lot of fun to play as long as you're in the right mindset, in my opinion. I don't like it when people rag on this game too much. It's not amazing, but I honestly prefer this game over Snake's Revenge, so.
What are you talking about? Snake's Revenge was a fantastic game.
Dude, you can't farm rations by calling in backup. That's lame.
Yes, but jumping. You can jump though. With a knife.
Side-scrolling jumping.
Jumping knife slashes.
MSX version has better music. I'd say that's debatable. I actually like a lot of the tracks on the NES version. The jungle's a fun track.
And the encounter music is
explorations
awesome once you let it play.
Yes. Oh yeah, the alert music is amazing. You only hear like the first few notes when we're speedrunning, but the alert music is a lot of fun. Thematara.
Rolling pin.
It's a nice
I have
song.
to say that because
But Thematara can really just like drone on and on.
blow him up for revenge.
Good. Guy is a nuisance.
Alright, at this point, I'm going to go into focus mode. I'm going to be listening to how much damage I take and try not to drown while eating.
Yeah, so this is the part of the run where Snake's going to be eating his sandwiches underwater. In the MSX version, you can't do this trick, but Eriphram's going to be timing his rations to how low his HP goes so he can swim through this trench so he can get to a Dirty Duck. And this is where double inputs can be really scary if it ever happens to you. You got to be careful for it. The menuing is one thing I really don't like about this game. It can be awkward and fatal to your run if things go wrong, especially at the end of the game.
Alright, made it through. We're just gonna walk across an electric floor like a man. And just be stupid and not correct the situation.
I am Coward Duck. You want to try and shoot me? Go right ahead. And we totally just killed Jennifer's brother. Because, yeah, we don't want to be classy anymore. Because now we're back at the start of the base. And very conveniently, now we can ride the truck to the end of the game with the card that we just got.
And skip past something called a desert, which we don't see in this run.
I've never seen a desert in my life, and I never will. So, this final area of the game is still pretty scary because the room when you enter the fortress is chock full of guards and can be pretty scary. Nicely done. And then we're gonna make a pit appear, but not let it suck us in with a nice menu.
I was
And then
worried during
head into
practices I kept
the,
losing there, but I forgot to key card, so I had to have a gentle reminder to key card there.
That's good. And this is the
that's
100
what-
floor elevator that Ghost Babel references and is in this game, but you can't really tell that it's 100 floors. It just seems like it's this is like 4 floors or something.
Yeah,
Here we go.
fortunately we got the express elevator in this game compared to Ghost Babel. They made
That's
extra
true.
stops and it was annoying. So these
Okay.
cameras here are fantastic. You can walk by them because 2 squares is just... can't see you. They're useless.
Pew, pew.
Completely useless.
Pew, pew. So yeah, we're about to do the fateful fight against Metal Gear. It's a pretty complicated fight. Eriphram has been training for weeks.
Left,
to make
right,
sure that
left,
this,
left, right, right, left.
Right. That's right. It's to memorize that pattern. It's a pretty complicated pattern. There's a direction on your D-pad that you have to hold, and if you forget it, it's over. So you got to be careful.
Dying here is terrible because I really can't get back a lot of my resources.
Yeah, this is actually the scariest part of the game, this floor.
And there's no secret panel in this version either.
Yeah, it's so lame that that's only in the original computer version.
Right.
And hold right, and boom. Metal Gear's done. And now...
Purple snake.
Fuchsia Snake. Yes, it's true. Not only am I the Foxhound Supreme Commander, Big Boss, but I've been the leader of the enemy fortress, too. As a new and experienced member of our team, you were supposed to be tricked into carrying false information. But, Eriphram, you accomplished too much. You were too good. Don't think you can kill me so easily. Come and try. If I'm going to die, you're coming with me. Now, Big Boss is going to do the Big Boss Shuffle. Everyone do the Big Boss Shuffle.
So in the theory verse of Metal Gear, is that now Venom Snake? I haven't actually played through 5.
No, if we're talking about the NES, that is actually Big Boss. 'cause
Time.
He comes back.
I
As a
forgot
robot.
time.
Yeah, time.
Sorry, Roy.
That's okay. Given the benefit of the doubt, that is 26 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, that works.
It's not too bad.
All right. Well, since we're behind schedule here, I think I'm gonna keep this moving along. Plywood, you got any last comments for this before we move on to Metal Gear Solid 2 HD?
Shoutouts to Dunnius for being the OG with this game, and thanks for bringing me on, Eriphram. If any of you are interested in learning this game, it's actually a pretty fun run to learn and fairly simple because it's short. So check out the page on MetalGearSpeedrunners.com, and I'm sure if you're interested in learning, Eriphram would love to help, and so would Dunnius. This is a sleeper run, but a fun one, if I do say so.
All right, I think that's it for us here. Just want to wish Raichu good luck at GDQ and the rest of the marathon. Good luck to your runs. I think I'll be taking over for Roy here for hosting duties as soon as we transition here. So just give us a couple minutes here and we'll be back.